She's one of the highest paid athletes in 2023. What happened to Brooke Henderson? Where is she now? We're talking about a shocking turn of events involving one of golf's brightest stars. This is jaw-dropping. Our team did an extensive research from Forbes, Golf Monthly, to LPGA articles. You'll be shocked by what we found. Now let's get to know a little bit about her, shall we? Golfer Brooke Mackenzie Henderson was the 2019 ESPY for Best Female Golfer. She also received the Bobby Rosenfeld Award for Best Female Athlete in Canada 3 times, in 2015, 2017, and 2018. She was the second youngest female golfer to win a major championship at the age of 18, the youngest to win a professional tournament at the age of 14, and the youngest to win the Canadian Women's Amateur Championship at the age of 15. Previously held by George Knudsen, Sandra Post, and Mike Weir, her 10 victories on the PGA and LPGA Tours are the most by a Canadian professional golfer. Since Lori Kane's 2001 victory, no Canadian has won an LPGA Tour event until her 2015. With 13 LPGA Tour victories under her belt, two-time Olympian, she ranks as Canada's all-time leading professional golfer. She is the only Canadian golfer to win multiple major titles, with 2 of those triumphs coming at majors, the 2016 Women's PGA Championship and the 2022 Evian Championship. Historical moments abound in Henderson's career. She broke a long streak of Canadian women without a major championship title when she won the 2016 KPMG Women's PGA Championship. She became the second youngest woman to win a major tournament at the age of 18 years and 10 months, and the youngest to win that tournament since it started in 1955. Her ascent to number 2 on the world golf rankings was the highest by a Canadian golfer of any gender. How successful did Henderson come to be? This is her golden era. After turning professional in 2014, Henderson won 2 events while competing on the Suncoast Series Tour. She had to rely on sponsor exemptions and Monday qualifiers to earn her way into LPGA Tour events after her request for an age waiver to compete at the LPGA Tour Q School in late 2014 was denied. She was 17 years old. She joined the Symetra Tour in June 2015 after winning her maiden professional event, the Four Winds Invitational, held in Indiana. Winning the Cambia Portland Classic in August qualified Henderson for the event in Portland, Oregon, where she became the 3rd youngest winner on the tour. This was the biggest tour victory margin since 2012, when Henderson won by 8 shots. Brooke Henderson has the record for most professional victories in Canadian golf history, with 20, including 13 on the LPGA Tour and 2 major championships. While still a member of the amateur ranks, Henderson won the PGA Women's Championship of Canada and 2 more events on the CN Canadian Women's Tour. At the 2014 U.S. Women's Open, she was the world's leading amateur when she was just 16 years old, and she tied for 10th place. She decided to go pro just 2 months after she turned 17 years old. At the Cambia Portland Classic in August 2015, Henderson won her maiden LPGA tournament by an enormous 8 strokes. Her older sister Brittany was her caddy, and her father Dave was her coach. After a 48-year gap, she finally broke through in June 2016 at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, beating Lydia Ko in a playoff to become Canada's first major champion. She became the 2nd youngest woman to win a major championship after her triumph at Sahalee Country Club, close to Seattle. She won the Portland Classic again 3 weeks later and competed in her first Olympics, placing 9th in Rio 2016. After a 4-stroke victory over Charlie Hull and Maya Stark in the 2023 Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions, with a total score of 272 under 16. She earned her 13th LPGA Tour title. Celine Boutier won the 2023 Evian Championship by 270 strokes, less than 14. However, she was within 6 strokes of her 3rd major triumph. Up till March of 2024, she participated in 4 events with top 10, 2nd place, and 5th place finishes to her name. An under-9 score of 279 placed her in third position at the most recent HSBC Women's World Championship. Now, what happened to Henderson? I suppose it was the scrutiny and expectations that accompanied her status as a young, promising star. Always being compared to Lydia Ko, who became world #1 even younger, may have been too much for Brooke to handle, considering that she won her first major at the tender age of 18. She may have been hindered at critical points by that pressure. Additionally, her physical movements are impacted by psychological stress. No professional athlete is immune to the constant fear of injury. Unfortunately, Brooks' most recent upper back problem forced her to withdraw from the Pelican Women's Championship. At the professional level, even a little injury can derail your performance. Nevertheless, Brooke may have experienced various aches and pains during her career that prevented her from performing at her best when it mattered most. The demanding schedule of the LPGA Tour eventually wears down the bodies of the players. Keep in mind that Brooke could not have been physically prepared for the demands of professional golf since she began her professional career at a young age. She hasn't finished higher than 11th since winning in January of 2022, despite her numerous victories and fairly constant top 10 performances that year. Henderson has earned numerous victories on the LPGA Tour, becoming one of the most successful golfers of her generation. However, in recent times, she faced challenges that tested her resilience, including injuries and fluctuations in her performance. Despite these hurdles, Henderson's dedication to the sport remains unwavering. She continues to work hard to regain her top form, proving that even in the face of adversity, her passion for golf and determination to succeed remain strong. After a long wait, Henderson made her most awaited comeback. Brooke Henderson appeared energized as she hooked an approach shot on the back nine as her third round at the French Olympics drew to a close, according to American broadcaster Morgan Pressel. Unfortunately, another F word was unintentionally prefixed to fired. It was an accidental remark, but it perfectly summed up the Canadians' performance in the third round. A 5 under par 67 was Henderson's best round of the week and tied for the day's second lowest score. After 54 holes at Le Golf National, Henderson is in a 5-shot deficit of the lead for the bronze medal position. In order to catch up in the final, she is aware that she will need to shoot a similar round. Anything could happen though, considering how challenging the course is playing for the women this week. We had a fantastic moving day. The way today went, I'm pretty pleased with. Any round without a bogey is a win, Henderson declared. I thought my ball striking was spot on today. Hopefully, tomorrow will be just like today. According to Henderson, the course conditions, thick, rough, and hard greens, are reminiscent of a major championship. She went on to say that the wind had made navigation challenging. It is a challenging golf course that requires strategic play. Getting off the tee can be particularly frustrating. It has the potential to be very challenging and tough. Today, I was basically riding a wave of confidence, and I think that carried over into my game, Henderson said. After a disappointing second day of competition, the Canadian advanced to the third round of the Olympics. She had a really frigid putter. Thursday was a struggle, as Henderson acknowledged, after finding water on the last hole of the day, leading to a bogey. However, she aimed to tackle Friday with a positive attitude and a carefree spirit as she aimed to climb the scoreboard. Brooke Henderson is a fighter. Whether it's a temporary slump or something deeper, fans are hopeful that she'll soon return to the form that made her one of the most exciting players in golf. We hope you like this video. If you want more of these contents, be sure to subscribe to be ahead of the latest golf updates.